Your belief system is governing your life right now. How you are orienting yourself is based on your belief system. Anything that is being orchestrated in a way that impacts your life, and which in fact everything is impacting your life right now the way it is, because you're operating from some level. That level of your operation comes from the belief system that you have. So about 90% of the population of the world would not know how they are operating. How? What is always seen, but how is not seen. What it is can be distinguished from what is right, what may not be right, by so many other factors. But how one is operating is always overlooked, because it cannot be gazed through. So we always and often have to say, we all are from a different diverse background, come from a different culture, creed, caste, color, from different walks of life. That's why we are so diverse. Absolutely right. But it can always be catapulted. It can always be transmuted and given a different shade of light altogether, because it is within our reach. It is something that we can do right now. Anything that has been conducted in a certain pattern has a residue which does not have to be followed by us. Of course, it has an impact, but it does not have to be in a way that makes us subservient to them. Becoming subservient to the dictates of belief, which has not worked, is tragedy. Because we have seen things not having worked out and repeating the same thing over and over again. Why do we have to cling on to the same set of beliefs? This is where we need to look into ourselves and change patterns of our thoughts, because it is our thoughts which dictate our actions. So if you could create a gap between your thoughts and your action, there could be some change. And all changes happen within this gap only. When we know that we do not turn our thoughts into action, when we know these thoughts have been repeated again and turned into action which has produced no results, what's the point of doing it over again and again? So here, any belief system that you have, we cannot create the imprisonment of self-belief and document it to the world as the principle of life to follow by others. People will not believe it. People do not have to believe you. Why? Because it has failed to show the exemplary result on the ground. And people see examples, not the words. So words could be so many things. There are so many words being spoken around in the most embellished language. But does it make the difference or not? That's the question. So here, what is important, not the embellishment of words being doctrinated, being put into some kind of file for people to see through it, browse through it and learn from it. It would not have any impact whatsoever. Is the person trying to indoctrinate some level of thought through the actions, because that action has produced some result. If it has not, it is a trash. So these kinds of thought patterns have come from a set of beliefs, and that set of beliefs always be changed and tweaked and molded. But that takes a lot of time. You see the elasticity of a rubber, you stretch it. The moment you stretch it, it cannot come back to its original form. This is not what I'm saying, this is what the science says. So any imagination which kind of challenges your authority, challenges your way of thinking, it has potential to change you as a person. So any perspective which actually challenges you, challenges your set of beliefs, is not to be put down, is to be looked into. If not embraced, at least acceptable enough to think over it. What we know doesn't have to be the truth. And there is no ultimate truth, because all of us are evolving with time. What I am saying right now, it is making sense to you, but after some time you may not find the same level of resonance with my words because you have evolved. And as you evolve, there will be different sounds with which you will feel more resonance with. So everything is being replaced by something much more higher. It depends how you're vibrating. If you are vibrating higher, then of course you will know something better. But the very dynamics of it will keep changing, because there is no ultimate reality. Because each and everything can be looked into different directions, and each dynamics has infinite possibilities of understanding. In this universe, nothing can be said as the truth. Each dynamism has innumerable possibilities of looking at it and can be explained in so many different ways. So the possibility of understanding one dynamism goes beyond all boundaries. So this universe has infinite possibilities, and it is replete with abundance of everything you can think of. The dynamism of this is so much voluminous in its nature that it goes beyond the time and space of reality, because it cannot be bound by some theory. And the one who goes beyond this time and space reality can know the truth. No one else can. As long as you are bound, as long as your senses are bound by the time and space reality, no truth can be established. So you have picked up through your senses something that you should not have. Now you picked up unconsciously and you formed a concept, and that concept got cemented over a period of time and has set a pattern, and that is the belief that you have followed. And it has not worked. Why do we need to cling on to and be committed to a set of failures when it has not worked for you? It has not worked for you. And this is where the masters can help. This is where the people who can go beyond from the label you are operating can be of help to you. That's the reason why people seek gurus, because they are something they cannot make it out, they cannot understand, they cannot navigate through, so that they need to find someone else who can help them navigate through the process. And that changes a lot of patterns about them. That changes a lot of courses. It has all the possibilities to understand things just the way they are, but as long as you are clinging to the same pattern of thoughts which has come from set of beliefs that you picked up through your senses unconsciously, as long as you are the victim of those past events that have dictated your life till now, if that rule you, the chances are the results will be what it has been. And if what it has been is not something that you'd like to have in your life further going on, then think about it twice. It is not for you. No matter who taught you what you learned, no matter who taught you what you learned, it has to be remolded, looked into, maybe just put aside. maybe just dustbin is good enough. So you never know what it is, but nothing to worry about. You have the possibility of massive change right here. You can make a change. You can take a leap of faith. And as the old patterns, as the belief system is shattered, there will be a new world. There will be a new life. So what you need is perspective. Perspective will change your belief. If there is no change in the perspective, the very prospect of life will be illusionary from where you have operated, thinking that it was a belief that was right. So once you have a different perspective, you can tweak around your belief system. So all you need is a bit of perspective, a higher perspective, and that is good enough to take care of you in a most harmonious way, well designed for your life.